Hello, I'm Dylan, and this is Psych for Psych. Today we're going to be answering the question, are you a psychopath? The term psychopath is a mental disorder that's not recognized by the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, but that hasn't stopped popular culture from shoving it in our faces. Books, movies, and books made into movies love to capture our imagination with a psychopathic character. Vicariously living through characters who are callous, self-centered, and take what they want, grip us and show us what life could be like if only we could trade our empathy for a kind of amoral hedonism. All romanticizing aside, the closest recognized mental disorder to sociopathy is antisocial personality disorder, and it's not exactly a walk in the park. Antisocial personality disorder is characterized by criminality, lack of remorse, deceitfulness, irresponsibility, and impulsivity. This amalgamation of symptoms makes prisons the most likely place to find these individuals. So if you're not watching this video from your cell bunk, then there's a good chance that you're not a psychopath. But let's try out this test to make sure. On a clear summer day, Jane was attending her mother's funeral. It was a large gathering, and all of Jane's mother's family and friends were there to celebrate her life. After the casket was lowered, the attendees rose from their seats and Jane began making her way around, thanking people for coming. As the crowd was thinning, Jane spotted a young, attractive man that she's never seen before. She walked over to him to thank him for coming, and they hit it off. She was enamored by him, and at the end of their conversation, she asked him for his number. The man enthusiastically obliged. He pulled a pen from his jacket, with a small napkin, wrote his number down, and handed it to Jane. They then parted ways, and Jane made her way home. The next day, Jane planned on calling the man to arrange a date. She eagerly snatched her purse to retrieve the napkin with the man's number on it, but she couldn't find it. She checked her clothes from the day before, she checked her car, she checked the floor, and she even checked the trash can, but the napkin was gone. She had lost it. Several days later, after rechecking every possible place the napkin could have went, she went over to her sister's house and killed her. Why did she kill her sister? I'll give you a moment to think about this. In the meantime, did you know that the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath is that psychopaths have no remorse, whereas sociopaths have some degree of moral conscience? Psychopaths truly view people as a means to an end and have no regard for the well-being of others. However, psychopaths can form relationships with others and be quite pleasant, but they only do this for self-serving reasons. Okay, time's up. Did you guess something along the lines of jealousy, or that the sister had some kind of romantic relationship with the man from the funeral? If yes, then congratulations! You are not a psychopath. The correct answer is, Jane thought the man would also attend her sister's funeral. Because the man came to her mother's funeral, Jane thought that by killing her sister, the man would come to her sister's funeral, she can meet him again, she would just have to make sure she doesn't lose that napkin. She might start running out of sisters. The theory behind why this is a good test to detect psychopaths is because the answer should only be apparent to those that are purely self-interested. The option of killing the sister to be reacquainted with the man from the funeral shouldn't arise in the minds of those that are concerned with the well-being of others. Now, if you answered correctly, you still shouldn't be too concerned. The correct answer to one story isn't enough to determine if you're a psychopath or not. Diagnosing mental disorders is almost invariably complex, so the correct answer to one question isn't enough to determine if you're a psychopath or not. With that being said, if you're still concerned about the prospect of you being a psychopath, don't worry about it. If you're really a psychopath, you wouldn't care. If you believe that this video has been valuable to you, please consider subscribing or dropping a like. And tell me in the comments, what was your answer? Thank you for watching. I'm Dylan, and this is Psych for Psych.